The Rangers are currently on the lookout for a new permanent manager, and fans are eagerly hoping for a big-name appointment to steer the club into a new era, especially with the influence of the San Francisco 49ers now in play. A number of names have been suggested as possible candidates for the job, with some of the most notable ones being Jose Mourinho, Rafa Benitez, and of course Steven Gerrard. In today's video, we will delve into the latest developments surrounding Rangers' managerial search, including a significant update regarding Steven Gerrard and his potential return to Ibrox. But that's not all. We also have plenty of Rangers news to catch up on, including updates on player contracts and the ongoing situation regarding the club's potential takeover. It's a packed video, so be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for daily Rangers content as we keep you up to date with everything going on at Ibrox. Let's start with some important player news. Tom Lawrence, a key figure in Rangers midfield, is heading towards an uncertain future at the club. His contract is set to expire at the end of the current season, and although Rangers do have the option to extend it by another year, the 34-year-old midfielder is now on the verge of becoming a free agent. This situation has sparked plenty of speculation regarding his next move. Since returning from a recent injury, Lawrence has been in impressive form, particularly with his ability to influence matches from the bench. His decisive penalty in the Europa League round of 16 victory over Fenerbahce and his pivotal contributions in Rangers' thrilling 43 comeback win against Dundee in the Scottish Premiership have garnered significant attention. This has led to interest from a number of clubs, both domestically and abroad, who are keeping a close eye on the situation. Among the suitors reportedly interested in signing Lawrence is his hometown club Wrexham, the Welsh side owned by Hollywood. Stars Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney is eager to make a push for promotion to the English Championship and sees Lawrence as the ideal addition to strengthen their squad should they achieve that goal. Wrexham's ambitions have grown significantly since the takeover by Reynolds and McElhenney, and they are focused on climbing up the football pyramid in England. Born in Wrexham, Lawrence began his football journey at a young age, moving to Manchester United's youth academy when he was just 8 years old. Although he didn't make the grade at Old Trafford, he has gone on to enjoy a successful career in English football, amassing nearly 300 appearances in the English Football League. With his future at Rangers uncertain, Wrexham is hoping to offer Lawrence a chance to return to his roots and help them continue their journey up the EFL ladder. It would be a significant move for Lawrence, who has deep ties to the area and could play a crucial role in Wrexham's push for championship football. As we move on to some huge news regarding Rangers' managerial situation, there's been a significant update from Steven Gerrard himself. The Liverpool legend has firmly stated that he is not currently looking to return to football management, despite being heavily linked with a potential return to Rangers. With Rangers searching for a permanent manager, Gerrard's name has been in the conversation ever since the club parted ways with Giovanni van Bronckhorst. However, the 44-year-old former Rangers boss has made it clear that he's not yet ready to get back into the managerial hot seat. Gerrard, who left Rangers in the autumn of 2021 to take charge of Premier League club Aston Villa, lasted less than a year at Villa Park before being sacked. After his brief stint in England, he went on to take a job in Saudi Arabia with Al Ettifaq. But it seems that Gerrard is now enjoying a slower pace of life. His desire to return to coaching appears to be on the back burner for the time being. In an interview on the Peter Crouch podcast, Gerrard opened up about his current situation, saying that he's not looking to get back into management anytime soon. "I don't want to be back in work, mate. Not at the moment. I've just come out, so I'm happy with waking up and being free doing the family stuff. I'm just being free away from the stress and all that. I will go back in at some point, but when it's around the clock, which I've been doing the last 18 or 19 months in terms of my last job, I just want to be free. I just want to have a game of golf, go down to Boozer, and have a couple of beers. I want to do normal things that you can't really do when you're coaching. So I'm all good. I'm good and stress-free. I'm out of work in terms of the coaching and management, which is obviously 24/7. I'm back in Liverpool for a couple of weeks seeing friends and family. I'm great. I'm all good." Gerrard's words make it clear that he is enjoying life away from the pressures of management, but he has not ruled out a return to the dugout in the future. It seems that for now, the former Rangers manager is content with the break he's had. and he's not actively seeking another managerial role just yet. This has left Rangers fans wondering what the club's next steps will be in their search for a new permanent manager. Barry Ferguson is currently in interim charge of the team until the end of the season, but it remains unclear which direction the club will take with the new owners on the horizon. As of now, it seems like the situation is still up in the air, with no definitive answers regarding who will lead Rangers into the next chapter of their history. In other news, the long-awaited takeover of Rangers is seemingly moving forward at a faster pace than many had anticipated. According to football finance expert Dr. Dan Plumley, while the legal complexities surrounding the deal have presented significant challenges, sources now suggest that the final approval could come by the end of April. This is a major development for the club and could mark the beginning of a new financial era for Rangers. Dr. Plumley, a sports finance lecturer at Sheffield Hallam University, described the speed of the process as a pleasant surprise, noting that the deal has progressed quicker than he expected. Just a few weeks ago, many believed it would take longer to reach this point, but now with the final stages of approval in sight, Rangers fans are cautiously optimistic about the potential for a brighter financial future. If the takeover does go through as expected, it will be a huge moment for Rangers, especially after the club reported a $17 million loss at the end of the 2022-2023 season. This loss brings Rangers' total net losses over the past decade to nearly $100 million, making the need for financial stability more pressing than ever. The incoming American investors backed by the San Francisco 49ers are expected to bring a new wave of investment and financial direction to the club. However, there is some concern about the financial situation at Leeds United, a club that is currently under the stewardship of the same investors. Leeds recently reported a staggering pre-tax loss of $61 million, bringing their total losses over the past 3 seasons to more than $130 million. While the 49ers have made strides in stabilizing Leeds after the relegation from the Premier, league questions remain about whether their financial approach will work at Rangers. As Rangers fans eagerly await the final stages of the takeover, many are wondering whether the club will adopt a similar financial strategy to Leeds. Will they focus on player sales, aggressive player trading, and investments in youth development? Or will they look to make a more substantial push for new signings to challenge Celtic's dominance in Scottish football? Whatever the answer, it's clear that Rangers are at a crucial point in their history, and the next few months will be pivotal in determining the club's direction both on and off the pitch. For now, Rangers supporters are hopeful that the final approval of the takeover will come sooner rather than later, as they look to put the financial turmoil of the past behind them and focus on a brighter future. With major changes on the horizon, there is a sense of anticipation and excitement around Ibrox as the club prepares for what could be a transformative new era. The situation at Rangers continues to unfold, and while the excitement around a potential takeover and managerial changes looms large, there are still many questions left unanswered. As we've seen, the club is currently under the temporary management of Barry Ferguson, who will hold the reins until the end of the current season. His tenure as interim boss has brought some stability, but it's clear that Rangers are in need of a more permanent solution to guide them through this critical period of transition. With the possible involvement of the 49ers, World 49ers as new owners, the expectations for the team are high, and their decisions will shape the future of the club in ways we can only begin to imagine. The appointment of a new manager remains one of the most pressing concerns for Rangers. Although Steven Gerrard's name has been at the forefront of discussions, the former manager's comments suggest that he is not currently interested in returning to a full-time managerial role. His desire to enjoy a break from the demands of football management, especially after his stint at Aston Villa, is understandable considering the intense pressures of the job. Gerrard's statement that he is content with his time away from football, enjoying family life and simple pleasures like playing golf, has added another layer of complexity to the situation. While he has left the door open for a potential return to management in the future, it is unlikely that he will be the immediate solution for Rangers as they search for a new permanent figurehead. As Rangers fans continue to speculate about who might take the helm at Ibrox, it's important to remember the broader context of the club's financial and sporting ambitions. With the new ownership group poised to take over, there are hopes that they can bring both financial stability and fresh energy to the team. The potential for reinvestment in the squad is exciting, but it will require careful planning and strategy to ensure that the club not only competes at the highest level, but also becomes financially sustainable in the long term. Rangers have faced significant challenges in recent years, including the loss of key players and underperformance in domestic competitions. As a result, there's a growing sense of urgency to find the right manager who can steer the club back to its glory days. On the field, Rangers have shown moments of brilliance, particularly with their stunning comebacks in the Scottish Premiership and the Europa League. However, there have been persistent issues, especially in terms of squad depth and consistency, which have prevented them from challenging Celtic with the same intensity they had in previous seasons. It's clear that a new approach is needed, not only in terms of the playing style, but also with how the club builds for the future. A new manager will be crucial in bringing that fresh outlook to the team. One of the key areas that needs attention is the development of younger talent. Rangers have a rich history of nurturing homegrown players who have gone on to make significant impacts at the club. And this is something that will need to be continued under new ownership. The potential to strengthen the youth academy and create a pathway for young players to break into the first team should be a priority, especially given the increasing financial pressures that come with competing at the top of Scottish football. Developing young talent can provide not only a financial boost, but also a sense of identity for the club, as fans often feel a deeper connection to players who have come through the ranks. Another area of focus will be how Rangers approach player acquisitions in the future. With the club's financial situation still under scrutiny, it's likely that any significant signings will be closely tied to player sales, as we've seen at clubs like Leeds United, which have relied on aggressive player trading to balance their books. While Rangers fans are hoping for marquee signings to bolster the squad, the reality is that the club may need to adopt a more sustainable model that focuses on developing players and making smart, calculated acquisitions in the transfer market. This could involve taking advantage of the growing importance of analytics in football, identifying undervalued talents from lower leagues or abroad who can make an impact in the Premiership. As the season progresses and the takeover inches closer to completion, the excitement around Rangers' future is growing. While much remains uncertain, one thing is clear: the club is at a crossroads. The decisions made in the coming weeks will have long-lasting implications, not only for the team's immediate future, but also for their place in Scottish football. The hope is that with new ownership, a new manager, and a renewed focus on long-term goals, Rangers can get back to the top where they belong. In the meantime, the players will have to continue their efforts on the pitch, with Ferguson looking to finish the season strong and build some momentum for the new regime. However, with the takeover on the horizon, the Rangers faithful will be hoping for a fresh start that will bring the success they have been craving. With the right leadership both on and off the pitch, Rangers could be poised for a new chapter of success and stability where they can once again challenge for domestic and European honors. But for now, all eyes are on the coming weeks as the club looks to take its next steps towards a brighter future. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. Steven Gerrard, the last man to lead Rangers to Scottish Premiership glory, finds himself at a crossroads. The speculation has been relentless. Whispers of a dramatic return to Ibrox, a redemption arc waiting to be written. Yet despite the clamor from fans desperate to see him back in Glasgow, Gerrard remains unmoved. His answer: a firm rejection of the relentless, consuming world of football management, at least for now. His departure from Al Ettifaq in January was anything but smooth. An 18-month roller coaster ride in the Saudi Pro League ended in mutual consent, but the fallout was immediate. Within weeks, Rangers dismissed Philippe Clement, and Gerrard's name was the first on everyone's lips. The return of a hero, the man who once guided them to an unbeaten league title, seemed like a perfect script But Gerrard, the competitor, the relentless figure on the touchline, is nowhere to be seen. Instead, he has chosen something few expected: peace for the first time since stepping into management in 2018. Gerrard has stepped away from the chaos. Speaking candidly on that Peter Crouch podcast, he laid bare his reality. "I don't want to be back in work, mate," he admitted, a striking contrast to the fiery leader once patrolling the Ibrox dugout. No tactics, no press conferences, no sleepless nights. Instead, he relishes the simple joys: time with family, rounds of golf, even a few quiet beers. It's a world apart from the relentless scrutiny of the game that defined him. Yet beneath the calm exterior, there's an unmistakable void. Gerrard concedes that no managerial role can ever truly replace the high of playing. "You think coaching and management will fill the void. It doesn't," he confessed, his words tinged with regret. Football was never just a job to him. It was an identity, an obsession. He now sees his past intensity in a different light, recognizing the weight of playing for Liverpool, the burden of carrying a city's dreams. For now, Steven Gerrard walks away, not as a defeated man, but as one seeking something more, something beyond the game that made him. The question remains, is this truly the end or just the calm before the storm? Greetings, fans. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned.